What's up, lads? Sat at my desk here, and today I wanted to talk about what it takes to scale a business from 10K a month to over 6 figures a month, which, over 6 figures a month is what a lot of people see as the holy grail of business. This is something I've done myself, so I can talk on it with a little bit of experience, and I'm gonna give you the top 3 most important things that you can do. Don't get me wrong, getting a business to, 10 to 20K per month, especially if you're taking home 10 to 20K per month, like that's a big achievement. I don't really like to talk revenue. I prefer to talk profit because I know there's a lot of, high revenue, low profit margin business models out there nowadays. But yeah, it's a big achievement. But if you're anything like myself, you want to go further. Like you're not satisfied with 10 to 20K. You want to grow that into over 6 figures a month. So let's get into number one, and number one is systems. A lot of the times getting to that initial 10K a month is a lot of bootstrapping, it's a lot of throwing stuff together, it's a lot of just trying out different things and seeing what works, and that's completely fine. But when it comes to scaling past that, having systems and having things like standard operating procedures, SOPs, that's gonna make scaling much easier. If you're making 10K a month, you've found something that actively works, you've found something that actively makes money, and your whole process from A to Z can be broken down into systems. Maybe you have your marketing area for whatever it is that you do. There's lots of different subsystems in there. Maybe you post to YouTube or to advertise whatever it is you sell. Maybe you run email campaigns. Those are systems, and you can break down those systems into actionable steps that basically run that entire system, run that entire process. These are called standard operating procedures. Building SOPs allows you to do a couple of things. First of all, it allows you to break down a system into a bunch of actionable items, in order that someone can do to basically, run that part of the business. And this is something that you can hand off to employees, that you can hand off to a virtual assistant or something like that. It also allows you to simply scale up that system by identifying the inputs that go into it and just increasing those inputs or making them better. This leads me into number 2, which is it's easier to do something twice than twice as good. This is something a good friend of mine told me one day when we were talking business together at his house, and it kind of opened my eyes at the time. If you're already doing X, Y, and Z action and you're making 20, 30, 40K a month, it's literally easier just to duplicate X, Y, and Z, duplicate it and do it again, than to make X, Y, and Z better. Don't get me wrong, you should always be looking to have your processes be at a high quality, but if you're already making money, you're actively making money, your processes have quality to some degree. Literally duplicating what you're doing with twice the amount of inputs can duplicate the amount of money, double the amount of money that you're bringing in. Sure, you might have to offload some tasks to staff, but you're gonna have to do that eventually anyway. Running a business doing 6 figures a month without any staff is really, really difficult, and it's not something that's, easily doable. It's possible, but, you likely won't have much free time. Double your inputs, double your money. And lastly, number 3, which is probably the most simple, consistency. This is something that people, hear a lot about and they just kind of fob off. But honestly, it really is the greatest divider. If you can consistently put a high quality of work into your business over an extended period of time, you're gonna make more money. That's just how it works. Most people in business become stagnant because of comfort. And this is something that's happened to me and that happens to most people along their business journey. And what does that comfort kill? It kills that consistency because you're not as motivated to go out and put that work into the business every day. The guys who win in business long term are the ones that get up every day and inch towards, that growth by putting in an effort every day consistently. Consistency over time always wins. It's basically a law of the universe at this point. So that's been the 3 most important things to scale a business to 6 figures a month and beyond. Hope you lads enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.